And for those in the audience getting to know you for the very first time, care to share your screen name on Instagram?
Yeah, T.A. Thomas.
And in that bio of yours, wanted you to break some things down,
Let's go.
with the first phrase being Southern Soul.
Yeah.
Can you explain the meaning behind that phrase there?
Yeah, Southern Soul is a very niche genre of music that's local to the Bible Belt. I'm from Mississippi, so I was raised on Southern Soul music. It's kind of a combination of gospel, blues, R&B, soul, countries, all of it, you know. And I grew up on that stuff, and it's what I do.
Now, if there was a Mount Rushmore of 4 Southern Soul recording artists, who would be on there for you?
Sir Charles, TK Soul, the Williams Singers, and my boy Bobby Rush. Well, Bobby Rush is more blues, but you know, I'm gonna throw him in the Southern Soul. Carr Thomas, not Carr Thomas, Carr Sims.
Now, can you explain why for each of these names you provided?
Yeah, they're really just all people my dad grew up playing around me when I was a jit, you know, and yeah, I leave from my dad's house on the weekend and I go home and download it and listen to it. Yeah.
And for transparency, do you know any of these people personally by any chance?
Whoa, I know Bobby Rush personally, but once again, he's blues, Southern Soul. Yeah, I know some Southern Soul artists, but like I know him some, pretty sure.
But Bobby Rush in particular, how did you get a chance to meet him?
At the gas station on Bobby Rush Avenue. Ain't that some crazy shit?
And can you take the audience back to that moment there?
Yeah, I was leaving school. I was getting ready to head to the crib, and I was just getting some gas on Bobby Rush Avenue, and I ran into Bobby Rush, man. I'm like, "Yo, you Bobby Rush, man!" And it was like a whole moment to meet somebody just such a legend in Mississippi. Yeah.
And do you recall what age you were back then or what grade?
Definitely was about 20 years old, and I was a junior at Jackson State.
And was that the only time you two have linked?
Yeah, only time.
Now, if any of these people you named, watching this interview, on that Mount Rushmore you provided, anything you want to say to any of them watching or listening to this interview?
Yeah, I mean, one, I appreciate you for the inspiration, and yeah, I'm now carrying this torch of Southern Soul, climbing up the mainstream ladder, and yeah, I need y'all to jump on these records, man. Yeah.
And when it comes to religion, you
Yeah.
mentioned gospel, things of that nature. Do you follow religion?
Absolutely.
And
I
care to
mean,
share what that is as well?
Yeah, I'm a PK actually. So I grew up in church. I'm a Christian. Yeah, church is a very big part of my, of me growing up, and it's still a big part of my moral compass now.
And was this the mother side of your family, father side of your family, or both raising you under this religion?
Yeah, my mom was actually the pastor, but my dad is also a Christian, so both parents was very spiritual. But my mom was definitely a little bit more spiritual than my dad.